Hello everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 battle. This is going to be the Greenskins versus the Warriors of Chaos, and I'm bringing a Azhag's Unwanted build. So we have Azhag, the Despoiler, or the Slaughter, or whatever the hell his name is. We have the Death Creepers, the Teeth Robbers, and then the Magi Marauders. Although these may not belong in the Unwanted build, but I needed some kind of armor piercing. We have a front line of 2 Savage Orcs, 3 Orc Boys in the middle, and then 2 Night Goblin Fanatics, because those are units I don't mostly see. 3 Trolls, a Giant, and then a Savage Orc Biggin for my army. For the enemy army, we have a line of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, Prince Sigval, 2 Shaggoths, a Chaos Sorcerer of Death, and then 2 Warhounds, one of which are the Poison. So at the start of this battle, I'm seeing that their only flyer is going to be this Chaos Sorcerer of Death, so I'm going to fly Azhag, who, by all accounts, should be able to kill the Chaos Sorcerer of Death in the air. Even Azhag can potentially manage that, so we're going to charge him, we're going to cast Spirit Leeches on each other, and then we're going to charge. I'm going to try and bring up our Death Creepers over here to support a fight in the air with the poison damage that they have. Well, it's just the range damage specifically, because I do have poison damage on Azhag with his unique ability or unique item. So you can see I'm getting Spirit Leeched, this dude's getting Spirit Leeched. It looks like their Spirit Leech maybe hit me more than it hit them. I don't know, it seems pretty even, I don't know. But the thing is, like, we have the armor piercing damage, we have the better melee stats in the air, so we should, in theory, win this one. In theory. We do get hit with a Soul Blight, though. So I was like, okay. Gonna get these Death Creepers nearby, and then I'm gonna have these Morgrubs, Magi Marauders start piling into the Chaos Warriors over here. Then the Warhounds are gonna come over here. Was not expecting Warhounds, because I don't really see Warhounds broad, ever. So that's unfortunate, because they're very fast, so they can kind of keep up with our faster skirmishing cav. And then you can see we kind of, like, this fight is a little closer than I thought it would be. So we're going to have to cast another Spirit Leech here, and we are going to break this dude's morale and eventually chase him off the battlefield with Azhag, but Azhag is going to have basically no hit points left, but at least we did take out the Chaos Sorcerer. Meanwhile, we are just pelting the Chaos Warriors with our skirmishing cav, getting our army ready to intercept. And these Chaos Warhounds are not going to leave my Death Creepers alone, and I put them on skirmish, and then they stopped, so they kind of let the distance get closed in. Eventually, though, they are going to just be routed off the field. Spoiler, they're going to be routed off the field. Meanwhile, over here, we're just going to do what damage that we can. I'm going to chase this guy, this Chaos Sorcerer, off the field, and then we're going to bring Azhag all the way back to the actual battle with Prince Sigval and all them. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to run ahead of the army here and try and chase Morgrub's Magi Marauders. And so we're just going to kind of lure them closer towards the forest. I want to buy as much time as we can for Azhag to actually get back to the battlefield. And again, these Chaos Warhounds actually do catch up to our poor Death Creepers, because I had them on skirmish mode, and I guess they just weren't moving as fast as they could the entire time. So they get chased by the poison, they get hit by the poison, and they're going to just get melted and routed off the field. Meanwhile, this other group of Warhounds are going to chase my Death Creepers because they saw them in the forest, and now they're running through the Shaggoth, so they're getting hit by the Shaggoth, and then they're going to get terrored, and they are now broken. Well, they're terrified. Azhag is now coming back. I'm trying to catch their Shaggoths out here with my Savage Orcs because I want to encircle them, destroy them as fast as I can. I did accidentally click in an entire group attack order because everybody is a group 1, so they're like all going over here because I guess they weren't locked information, which I usually have them locked, so they should actually be seeking out, you know, these different targets, but they're not. The Teeth Robbers, I think I lose track of them back here, and I think they're going to get hit by Chaos Warhounds again. But yeah, so this was a mistake because the Giant and the Troll shouldn't actually be over here at this time. So that's a mismicro because you shouldn't put these large creatures against the Shaggoths because the Shaggoths have bonus damage versus large creatures. The Chaos Warhounds, Chaos Puppies over here are going to try and get into our Morgrub's Magi Marauders, but I'm going to intercept them with the Orc Boys over here. But these Warhounds get into the Teeth Robbers because, again, I saw them route and then I forgot about them because they're out of my camera angle. So they're going to be right off the field. Finally, I realized my mistake here by having my entire group selected in Group 1, and they weren't locked, so they all went over here. So I'm going to actually move the Giant away from the Shaggoths. I'm going to move the Trolls away from the Shaggoths. I'm going to cast a Soul Blight. Oh, shit, no, I cast a Doom of Darkness. No wonder this didn't work. I cast the wrong damn spell. It should have been Soul Blight to lower their armor and leadership and everything. Well, we cast a Doom of Darkness here, which is not going to do, like, anything, really, for these Chaos units right there. Cast the wrong spell. That was my bad. These Trolls are going to be routed off, so we're going to move Azhag over here to try and get them back into the leadership, and we're going to get them back into the battle. And the 2 Shaggoths are now against my Giant, which is unfortunate. And I think I'm going to throw some Savage Orcs their way, and I'm eventually going to try and run the Giant away from them again. Right now, I'm trying to keep these Mage Marauders alive while still doing damage to Chaos Warriors. And again, the Thief Robbers are right off the field with the Chaos Warhounds. The Savage Orcs, I think, were chasing a Chaos Warhound, and then they lost target or something. I don't know, but they'll be micro back to the battle here soon. Right here, I'm going to do a very risky charge and try and bring down the rest of this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and then run the f away. So we're going to get hit. And then my poor Mage Marauders are just being chased by these damn Warhounds. And they're going to, I think, be chased off the field at this point. I think. The Giant, I did manage to run away from the two Shaggoths. Now we're going to get him into these group of Chaos Warriors with great weapons. That's the fight that he actually wants. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to bring down this one Dragon Ogre Shaggoth with our Savage Orcs over here. The Trolls were destroying the Chaos Warriors. I don't know. I can't remember if I pulled them out of this fight or not. But they shouldn't be fighting a Shaggoth. Because, again, they have bonus versus armor. Or large. I think we have one of our Night Goblins are still around. Yeah, here they are, and they're going to be going over here. The Fanatic version does have that ability that you can cast that does the little chain thing. I'm going to cast that into these Chaos Warriors because we need all the help we can get. We're going to get rear charged here, our Orc Boys with the Chaos Warhounds. And meanwhile, I'm just more focused on trying to bring down this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. I think we've cast maybe a Spear Leash on him, or will be soon. Giant's doing a really good job of killing those Chaos Warriors. There goes our Fanatic ability, and our Trolls were pulled out of this fight and into these Chaos Warriors. Since again, I don't want to fight the Shaggoth. And right now, I'm just kind of keeping Azhag as a buffer. So we got the wall and stand your ground down there along with his leadership aura, and it's kind of risky putting him into any kind of combat at this point with the Shaggoth still around. These Orc Boys are going to get eaten alive by the Warhounds and these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. This Giant routed this group off, so I was trying to run him into this group of Chaos Warriors, but he's going to get intercepted by that Shaggoth. We do have some Trolls coming back. I think this group comes back as well, maybe, again, for one last hurrah. But we're going to try and throw these Trolls into these Chaos Warriors. There goes the Spirit Leash from Azhag. I think at this point my Wisdom Magic is basically dead, but my Giant is going to fall there. My Warrior's doing an okay job considering they're fighting against Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Like, they're doing pretty good. Meanwhile, this group of Chaos Warriors are isolated with my Trolls, so I feel confident enough to charge into their backs and try and get some terror on them and destroy them, since the Shaggoth is way over here and not close enough to intercept Azhag. More units. Like, this entire battle was just about pulling units that routed and back and trying to get them back into the fight because our low leadership was killing us. Our units were routing like all the damn time because that's what Greenskin Trolls do, and Night Goblins, and Orc Boys, and Savage Orcs, and Mage Marauders, and Tifra. You get the point. So it was all about trying to continually pull our units back into this fight. You can see, like, these Trolls are routed like 3 or 4 times at this point. Trying to isolate what Chaos Warriors we can and destroy them at this point. Shaggoth is getting down to almost dead because I keep trying to kill him with these Savage Orcs. I keep trying to chase him with those. And right now they have a couple Chaos Warrior groups left. They still have Prince Sigvald at basically full health because I'm not going to fight him with Azhag when he has no health left. And, of course, they have that Shaggoth. So the numbers are kind of dwindling on both sides. I don't think there's really much left in this forest. We do have another group of Trolls here that I need to bring back into the fight. And these Orc Boys, yeah, these Orc Boys are going to come back into the fight. I think eventually I run somebody into this Chaos Warrior group because they are kind of isolated. I think. We're kind of getting down to the wire here. So both of our armies are kind of collecting. I'm allowing my Trolls to regenerate right now. And we're just kind of waiting for another final battle. Shaggoth looks like they're going to charge, so I issue a charge order, and then they're going to pull back. And then I think I'm going to pull back in response. So I'm going to try to pull back there. Unfortunately, these Savage Orcs did not get the order in time. And now I'm going to try and isolate and destroy this Chaos Warrior group with our Trolls and our units over here. But I can see that these Savage Orcs getting caught, so I'm going to cast another one of the Fanatics abilities, and we're going to deal some okay damage to these Chaos Warriors. In the meantime, we're going to destroy this group of Chaos Warriors over here because they were isolated. The Savage, or the Shaggoth is going to come back, so I'm going to have basically my entire army. We're just right-clicking at this point, so we're all just going to meet up right here and just have one final battle to decide the fate of the game. I'm going to cast my buffs here in very shortly. There goes Stand Your Ground, and then there goes the Wah. Again, it's actually very risky to put... oh, flew a little too far. to put him into combat because he is nearly dead. But the Shaggoth is nearly dead, so I'm going to try and charge. And the charge did not connect. It did not kill him. And I'm like, shit, it didn't kill the Shaggoth. So now I need to try and run. But lucky enough, we did get the Shaggoth. I don't know if it's Azhag or one of these mini units, but we did kill him. We managed to rout a couple of the Chaos Warriors there, but Sigvald is still alive. But we do have, you know, 3 groups of trolls. We have the Savage Orcs. We have Orc Boys. More boys coming in. Azhag is still alive. And the rest of his army is currently chain routing at this point. Well, except for this one group. We'll get them later. But they will eventually rout as well. So now it's just a matter of trying to break his morale, which I figured he would just chain route, but he still does have basically full hit points left. A couple of units are still in the fight, but we're going to charge these guys. I'm waiting for them to get closer so I can charge them as Azhag, but still in the same time keep Azhag's leadership aura around this group of units. That's why I'm waiting to charge. Because all of these guys have very low leadership, and they're all near death, so I didn't want them to break. So I want to keep them within the encouraging aura of Azhag. So we go, we're going to terrify these Chaos Warriors, and they're going to chain routes, or just break. And we have another group over here, but I think they're going to break as well. And you see trolls routing for like the umpteenth time. And there they go, these Chaos route. And I'm like, okay, well, now we just got to bring down Sigvald. Just got to bring down Sigvald. We're going to do a charge, and I'm like, oh shit, he's buffing himself up. You got to get out of there. He did stand or die. I think I cast... What do I cast here? Another wall. Doing some damage to Sigvald. We're going to charge again because we do have armor-piercing damage. We're going to do a couple hits, but then Prince Sigvald hits us. Like twice, and I'm like, fuck, I got to get out of here. And then we're going to start... I think we rout, actually. We've become very close to routing. We have no hit points left. We have 100 hit points. I just want this dude to rout. And then we keep fighting. And then my units keep routing. And then we keep fighting, and then Azhag routes. And then more units route. Azhag comes back briefly. Very briefly. He's going to come back into the battle. And then all my units route. And then there we go. Sigvald actually tanked out the remaining units of my army, which I was not expecting. With the help of the trolls there and the wall going off, I thought we would break him there and then like one final charge to knock out his leadership. But no, Sigvald held to the bitter end and eventually just killed all the remaining units that I had. Because the only armor piercers I had were the trolls, but their leadership was so bad and they kept routing. And then Azhag got charged in there because I wanted this fight to be over. And he got hit, and so then he eventually routed, and that's it. Sigvald held the day for the forces of chaos. So good game to my opponent there. Let's take a look at the kill count. Here, my side is not that impressive. But again, I guess it was a very small army we were fighting against, so we did still manage to kill 400. So it may not look impressive, but they still did do some work. And then Sandblasted Skin here got a ton of kills against my units. How many did we lose? 700? So I really needed my trolls and my giant to basically carry this game and have my infantry just kind of kill the Shaggoths for the most part and the Warhounds. But I, just going to be honest, I made a lot of mistakes, and my opponent capitalized on those mistakes. Like allowing my giant to fight the Shaggoths for any amount of time is a giant mistake. Putting these guys on skirmish mode and not microing them myself was a mistake, because I know how bad skirmishing mode is, so I should have known how that was going to turn out. The Teeth Robbers, that was another mistake that I had. I just basically let them get killed for free. The Mangy Marauders, I microed a little bit more and managed to get some work done out of them before they got finally caught by the Chaos Warhounds and were kind of routed off the field. And then the good early game of Azhag killing the Chaos Sorcerer. Still took a lot of damage though, man. Like, Azhag on paper should wreck this Chaos Sorcerer, but good God, he took so much more damage than I thought he would. But still, that was a good victory there at the start of the battle. So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, and my opponent capitalized and pulled the win. It was cool to see Prince Sigvald at the very end killing the rest of my army. I like Prince Sigvald, so I think he needs more love. So it was cool to see that. I mean, it sucked that I lost, but I'm happy that Prince Sigvald got some time in the spotlight, because damn it, he deserves it. He's a magnificent Sigvald. So yeah, again, good game to Sandblasted Skin. Let's take a look at the cinematic view. Run, Teeth Robbers, run. I've been seeing the double like Shaggoth as a more common thing these days too. Did like someone make some kind of YouTube video about double Shaggoths? Because like it seems like these guys just started coming out of nowhere. It's like no one picked Shaggoths. Like as of like even like 2 weeks ago, I think is when I started seeing the double Shaggoth builds. Like a lot, like all the time. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. Is there just some kind of famous YouTuber who was like, yo guys, double Shaggoth, you should do it? Because that's usually when you see like a build over and over and over again from multiple players. It's usually because somebody on YouTube or like Twitch showed that specific build and everyone's like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like, man, double Shaggoth is real. And I just bring it up again because as of a couple weeks ago, I never, like, again, no one ever really bought Shaggoths at all. It's just really weird to all of a sudden see them everywhere. Run, Giant! No! They're gonna get caught. Again, I made a ton of mistakes. Honestly, it almost hurts to watch this battle again. Just seeing how bad I played it. At least we got that bastard. At least our giant got to do some work. Get him, Giant. I don't think he's gonna make it out of here. Bye, Bob. I think this is when we're separating into our own little groups. Kind Kind of surprised my entire army isn't exhausted at this point. Run! Yeah, that group got some good hits on those fanatic goblin things. I think we already routed that group off. So here's the final battle, basically. Yeah, I guess Azhag did get the final kill. Or final hit on that guy. Way to go, Azhag. You did it. And then Sigvald, man. Pulling off a better last stand than like an Ungrim Iron Fist ever could. And that motherfucker's unbreakable. I think all that puking would make him run. Just refuse to die. Man, Sigvald holding the end. You don't see that every day. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all next time. Take care.